Welcome to Ask and Learn.
So ethanol can be made from glucose via the following chemical reaction. And so if we want to know, if we started out with a pound of glucose, can we figure out the number of grams of ethanol that we could make through this process? And so we're going to use some stoichiometry, but we also need to do some conversions first. So if we start out with our 1 pound, we can convert that into grams. There's 453.59 grams in a pound. And so now that we have grams, we can now do our normal stoichiometry, convert that into moles. So 1 mole of glucose, its molar mass is 180.16 grams. That gets us moles of glucose. And we make 2 moles of ethanol for every 1 mole of glucose from our balanced chemical reaction, our coefficients, our mole ratio. And the molar mass of ethanol is 46.07 grams per mole. And so when we do that math, we find that we can make 232.0 grams of ethanol if we use a pound of glucose. And this ethanol can be sometimes mixed in with gasoline as an additive. And so let's try to figure out how much glucose we would need to make a gallon of that mixture. All right, so in our second part, we want to make a gallon. And so we're going to have to do some more dimensional analysis here. There's 4 quarts in a gallon. And 1 liter is equal to 1.0567 quarts. And we'll convert that into milliliters. And we'll do that because what we know is that in our 100 milliliters of our gas mix, that contains 10 milliliters of ethanol. And the molar mass of ethanol is 46.07 grams. And that is going to equal 287 grams of ethanol required to make 1 gallon of the gasoline ethanol mixture. And if we wanted to know, though, how much glucose that is going to take, we're going to have to take that particular amount of ethanol and do some stoichiometry on it. So we'll go back to moles of ethanol. And then we will use the facts from our balanced chemical equation that we use 1 mole of glucose to make 2 moles of ethanol. And then we'll use the molar mass of glucose to get the mass of glucose. And that will require 561 grams of glucose. And finally, let's try to figure out how much of a cornfield we would need in order to do that. And so we know that we're going to want to make 3.6 times 10 to the 10 gallons of ethanol each year. And so what we do know is that for every 100 gallons, 40 gallons will come from corn. Because 40% of the total amount will come from corn. And we're told that a ton, or 2.2 times 10 to the third pounds of corn, can produce 106 gallons of the ethanol. And finally, we know that the average corn yield is 2.1 times 10 to the fifth pounds for every 1 times 10 to the fifth meters squared. And so that will wind up getting you a lot of acreage, 1.4 times 10 to the 11th meters squared of farmland for corn would be necessary to use the amount of ethanol that's required.